Hi, just a quick video to show how to make this Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber line up better. So this is a Korbanth OWK 2, his latest run. So it started in 2016 and it was only delivered last week. Now a lot of people, or some people, perfectionists like me, are posting about trying to get the alignment correct so that these vented holes here sit between the activation switch and the brass screw here. So as you can see, this one's almost there. What's supposed to happen is the best way to check the alignment. If you look just here at this hole here to the right of the brass screw, that needs to be in line with the Korbanth hole. So you'll see it's a little bit off center, it's to the left. Now I've been sanding this for probably the best part of 20 minutes, and what I've found is that it does take quite a bit of sanding, but this is 180 grit sandpaper, and what you'd have to do is unscrew this black bit and sand this end on here just like a crayon. Hold it like a crayon and just scribble. But it took about 1 minute of sanding on this. Now as you can see, this is a little bit used. I've been using it today on this this little project here, and it took a minute just to go from probably, just give you an indication, so from when this screw hole was just to the left here, so it took about a minute just to move a little bit there. But I would advise when you get to this stage here, you start taking it in smaller increments, because you don't want to sand it too much so that you're over the limit again. Now I'll show you the way I use to gauge how many revolutions I've done on this bottom part. So just bear with me a second, I'll take this off. Okay, so this end here goes on that way, as you know. So what I did is I slid it on, and then from there I started to spin it clockwise, and I counted the number of times these vented holes appear at the front. Now originally when I screwed it on, they'd go 5 times, and then this would turn and end up sitting about there. So the more you sand this top bit, the more times it needs to turn to get fully threaded on. So you basically you measure it clockwise, and now it's sort of sitting about there, and I just need it to come a little bit more to sit about there. So I'm going to sand for probably about 30 seconds, and I'll get back to you when it's finished. Okay, let's see what 30 seconds of sanding looks like. So it's not threaded on yet, so let's count. So I'm going to spin the bottom end. It's a bit difficult with one hand, but I'll give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's tighten it fully. Let's see where we are. 6. So that's 6 full rotations. Now there's the circular hole. If we go down, that hole is still a little bit off. So if I follow the light there, just at the edge of this reflection, I don't know if you can see it, all the way up, it sort of goes to about there. So it's only a few millimeters out now. So that's 30 minutes, just to give you an indication. So I'm going to give it another, sorry, not 30 minutes, 30 seconds of sanding. You don't want to sand for 30 minutes. I'm going to try another 20 seconds and see how that goes. Oh, one small thing that I need to add to this is that whenever you've sanded this end, make sure you clean it off properly before you screw it back on, otherwise you'll damage the threads here. So I used some WD-40 contact cleaner. Now that's for PCBs really. I probably would have used compressed air or something else, but I didn't have any. Just make sure whatever you use, you clean it out before you try and screw it back on here. And then finally, now that I've got it all lined up, I'm going to be putting some lithium grease on here so it keeps the threads protected and just goes on nice and smooth really. You should be doing that with all the threaded areas on every hilt. So yep, there we go. So here we have it, the finished product. 20 seconds more sanding, and now the hole is perfectly aligned. It is worth pointing out that you can tighten this by hand to get it go over a little bit more, maybe a couple mil, but it's at a good tightness, so I'm happy with that. And credit for that solution goes to Aidan Robles. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. There was another chap called Zainal Azan who gave a different solution where you basically just loosen this bit and line it up where you think the hole sits best, and then just tighten it with a Covertech wheel. But I used that last night, and I woke up this morning thinking that's not really the kind of solution I was looking for personally, but it might work for some. I wanted something that when I fully tighten it on, it sits flush, basically the way it should have come from China, but you know how these things are. But there we have it, a lined up Obi-Wan lightsaber. Move the sandpaper out of the way, I don't want to damage it. Okay, alright, I'll be back when it comes to time to building this thing. Bye bye.